As the United Nations Biodiversity Conference enters week 2, experts are hoping tourism and travel will be given priority in negotiations. It comes amidst concerns about the devastating impact tourism and travel have on the environment. Kelisha Williams is in Montreal, Canada, and now reports.
According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, domestic and international travel and tourism in the Caribbean are worth about $50 billion each year. And in the next 10 years, they could go up to about $100 billion annually. However, as the demand for travel and tourism increases, the environmental risks also increase.
We know it's challenging. We know that when there's a development, we have to get that balance absolutely right with bringing those important new jobs and wealth into our communities in Jamaica, at the same time protecting our communities and also protecting the very, very delicate ecosystem that we all benefit from.
The Jamaican government, for instance, recently came under pressure for approving the construction of a major hotel in Green Island, Hanover, which could threaten mangrove forests. Now, while the World Tourism Organization cannot impose on the island, the executive director had this to say.
If a country decides that they want to expand the land, it's because maybe economically it is more viable. And there is always a balance to be made between, I can say, nature consumption and economic and social welfare. So that is something I will not comment and say, this is bad or this is good. But what is very important is while you do that, you have as well to integrate models which are actually regenerative so that the ecosystem under the water is actually provided a new opportunity to grow and even more than it was before.
Which is why, as negotiations continue at COP15, the World Tourism Organization, the World Travel and Tourism Council, and the Sustainable Hospitality Alliance have joined forces to ensure stakeholders understand why travel and tourism are important to the conversation.
To make sure we are all working together, that when we in travel and tourism are in an area, we know exactly the impact that we are having in terms of nature, and that we can monitor it, we can count it, and that instead of harming areas, we actually make areas more beautiful and protect the nature that is there.
We need to try to convince, and we're working on that with many governments already, to lobby so that tourism is perceived as a force for good.
Reporting from Montreal, Canada, through an Earth Journalism Fellowship, I'm Kelisha Williams for TVJ News.